Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. I am Curry Terrell. With me, as always, the incredible Adrian McMillan.
Whoa. It almost exploded everywhere. Guess, is this Diet Coke the listener, or is it something else?
This is our first poll on Spotify. Is Adrian drinking Diet Coke or something else?
You're wrong. It's LaCroix. Everybody thought probably Diet Coke.
How are you doing?
Great.
It's the last couple days before Christmas / Hanukkah.
Yeah, our last Let's Chat for the year.
Isn't it wild they fall on the same day this year?
I saw that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's our last Let's Chat of the year.
Yeah. Until 2025.
2025. We are 25 years into this century.
I can't believe it.
And we didn't see Y2K. What is wrong with us?
Isn't that still playing in theaters? I'm sure you'll see it in North Carolina.
I probably won't see anything. If I see anything, it'll be Wicked.
Which you saw today at 8:30 in the morning.
I went at 8:30 this morning. It was fabulous. I was snuck in a Diet Coke.
Nice.
Tall can, just what you need at 8:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And there were
with
probably,
no food in your stomach.
No food in my stomach. There were probably 20 people in there.
And were they all old?
They were old.
Yeah.
It was like older people.
Well, it makes sense in my brain because it's almost a 3-hour movie. So by the time you get out, you still have the whole day.
That's exactly why I did it, because I needed to pack. I needed
Yeah.
to run to Target. I needed to do like a couple bops.
And so did you pack?
I did, but very quickly. I'm definitely going to have to go back over it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I went and saw The Brutalist again, but I left during intermission
Yeah.
because we had stuff to do.
Yeah, we had stuff to do. I get it.
And so that's why I said, I was like, do you need more time? Because if not, if yes, I could have sat through the rest of the movie.
No, it was fine. It was honestly fine.
Okay.
I don't really, I'm going home, so like I can wash things.
That's very true.
So it's like I try not to. I'm going for almost 2 weeks, so it's like I try not to pack. I don't need 14 t-shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can bring like
five
5 and
that
wash
makes
them.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just hard because I want to like Christmas sweatshirts and sweaters and stuff. They're all big and bulky, and it's like, and then half the trip, like after 2 days, those are no longer useful.
But you don't mail stuff ahead of time.
No.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Unless it's now gifts. I do some gifts, like I'll send to my dad's. Yeah. How's your week been? I feel like we were running around like crazy.
We did a lot of stuff. We had a taco party here at my home.
Watch Mixed Nuts.
We watched Mixed Nuts. We had people over. That was fun.
Yep.
You were there, obviously. I'm talking about it like you weren't there, but you were there.
I loved it. I had the best time.
The tacos were delicious. We saw
The
some
guacamole
movies.
was delicious. I got 2 helpings.
Good.
I was like, I'm going to have more.
Good. Yeah, I was busy.
You're burying the lead.
What?
Who did we see?
Jennifer Hudson.
She was fabulous. Adrian was wrong.
I ate all my words. Last week I said she's shrill. This week she isn't shrill.
We saw Jennifer Hudson's Christmas concert at the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Unreal. We had the best seats in the house.
We were, I don't remember, it's terrace. No, we were orchestra.
Orchestra view.
So you're behind the orchestra, basically. But Jennifer luckily came out and acknowledged, oh, there's people back here. So then she played to that part of the
whole
house.
Time.
Yeah.
Turned around, sang to us, kept saying hi to everybody. She sounded unbelievable.
She sang a good handful of Christmas songs, all her originals on her Christmas album, which I actually liked that she did that.
Yeah.
And then she sang Spotlight. She sang And I'm Telling You. She sang Hallelujah.
Yeah.
She sang 2 Aretha Franklin songs.
Yeah. Natural Woman and Respect.
Where You At?
Unreal.
She really was fabulous.
Yeah, it was so fun. One of the best concerts I've ever been to.
That gives me chills to hear say that.
Yeah, truly.
Worst part of the night, the woman behind dropped her wine on me.
In 5 minutes. Before
Literally
we
as
even
soon
sat
as we
down.
sat down.
Yeah.
I thought somebody had dropped their program on me because I felt something like hit my back, and
Yeah.
you said, what? And I said, is something on me? And you said, oh, there's a cup upside down on you.
And then you looked at the woman and you said, you just threw your drink on me.
Yeah.
Even though it was an accident.
Yeah, because she was sitting on a ledge that was like slanted.
You can get nasty.
Yeah, well, watch what you're doing. I guess I wasn't.
She was
being
old.
nasty. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention. It's not really her fault.
The ledge that she put the drink on was slanted, and I was convinced that you couldn't have drinks or food in there.
You can with the lid. That's what the usher told me.
That makes no sense.
And then instead of helping me get paper towels, they just stood there.
Yeah.
And then said, oh, I told my manager, and he came with a single paper towel.
What, you went up to him and said, I just had a drink spilled on me?
I said, "Are you allowed to have drinks in here?"
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Yes, as long as it has a lid." I said, "Oh, okay. So, someone just dropped their drink down on me."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, ugh."
And then you were gone for like 10 minutes. I was like, where'd you go?
I was in the bathroom huffing and getting out of my hair. Nothing like having wine in your hair. Oh. I also saw Chanticleer with Charles on Tuesday at the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Oh, that's right.
2 totally different experiences.
Wow.
The best part of that, at both times I've seen it, is at the beginning they turn all the lights off. Mm-hmm. They have like these little polka dot like lights on the stage, like stars almost, and they come in singing. So you hear them like in the hallway.
Oh, fun.
And they come in sing. It's fabulous. It gives me chills.
I want to go next year.
You would love it, I think.
Yeah, I just want to experience it.
Yeah. Yeah.
One night only.
Yeah, one night only. It was fabulous. I loved it.
Amazing.
I feel like we did something else. That might be it.
Yeah.
You saw Interstellar again on Monday?
Oh my God. I can't believe that was this week.
I know. We've been booking it.
Yeah, that was amazing. I wish I could see it 500 more times.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You can't. We're running out of time. Is it done? That's it? It's over?
In 70 millimeter. It maybe played for a few more days in digital, but yeah. And I think there's a world. No, I don't think there's a world where it comes back again, like in January. There's no way.
No.
It was for the 10-year anniversary, so
yeah.
That's it for another 5 years.
Also, it's like every movie that's coming out right now is like an IMAX movie. Yeah. They really don't space these things out well.
Exactly. They have like 1 week engagement, and that's it.
Exactly. We saw one movie this week, separate, but we both saw it.
Separate but together.
Separate but together. Called September 5th, starring Peter Sarsgaard, John Magaro, and Leonie Benoche. I might be saying that wrong. It might be Benesh from the Teacher's Lounge.
That's right.
It is about the Munich Olympics and the ABC affiliate that is covering it and how they covered the terrorist attack that happens in the middle of the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's like a beat by beat, almost like how the interesting part, exactly as you said, is how they handle it with the news.
What the process is like in like a broadcast room and a station, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the term is, but like that is like seeing how, like, you know, anything where they show like,
yeah, like how it's made,
how they cut it, how they're editing it, like in the moment decisions they're having to make.
I think Jared used the correct terminology in his review.
I was trying to remember what it was in my head.
I know. I can't think of what it is either now that we're sitting here in the moment.
While you look, I really enjoyed it.
And I didn't.
We
wow.
had totally opposite takes. And honestly, I thought you would love it.
He called it something else. This is not the official term.
Oh.
Process porn.
Oh, yeah. But he's right.
He is right.
That is what it is.
Yeah, you thought I was going to love it, and that was incorrect.
I enjoyed the acting. I agree with what you said. Some of the writing was a little lackluster, but I thought the story was interesting enough that it made up for that.
Right. You see where I differ in that instance. The majority of the acting I thought was pretty good, but there was like some of it that felt like very sticky. I was like, oh, this feels fake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought it took away from the seriousness of what was happening.
Yeah.
And also, truly, like, I would have preferred to have seen a story about that event versus the story about covering the event.
Yeah.
Even though I like that element of it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a thriller to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It felt like a drama. And I went in thinking, oh, this is going to be thrilling. It wasn't really thrilling.
Yeah.
And you kind of talked about how like there's not really a score behind it that helps like move it or make us feel like we're sitting on the edge of our seat.
Yeah, because at the end when it was like resolved or like their piece of it was resolved, I thought it just sort of like kept moving. Nothing changed in the way they were speaking, the way they were, the music, the lighting, the visuals. It was like, oh, we're just button.
Some of the directing was kind of weird to me too. It felt fake. That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I like, especially like when they were like cutting to the real news coverage of Jim who was reporting it and Peter Jennings and all that stuff, and then you would kind of see like the person who was in the place of like it just didn't feel real. Any of it felt fake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't buy it.
I hate that you didn't love it.
Yeah, and I really don't understand how it's being. Some people are saying it could win Best Picture. That is shocking to me.
I feel like it has lost some steam.
Yes.
It is nominated, I think, so far Best Picture drama at Golden Globes.
Yes. And I know we don't get political on here, but I do think like the political climate of what is happening based on that situation in the Middle East obviously has a lot to do with the conversation around it.
Yeah.
I mean, it got excellent reviews. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah. But aren't you glad you saw it?
It felt, here's what I felt like. It felt like a movie that's on Netflix. It does not feel like a theatrical need to see movie in theaters.
Yeah.
It felt like a Netflix movie.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I know what you mean.
Maybe I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. I liked it when we disagree.
Yeah.
I will say the guy beside me was talking to himself.
Right.
The whole movie. Was having full conversation with himself into his shirt, into his hand.
Yeah.
Very strange. And then we saw something else, or we went somewhere else and the person was talking.
Really?
Oh, Chanticleer. The guy besides me sat down. He was telling us how he had auditioned, how he was very talented. He was playing with a Rubik's Cube. He was reading the words off the thing. He had binoculars, almost like goggles. Yeah, that was shocking. That was honestly very shocking. And I said, of course, this is what happens to me and Charles. That felt right. All right. We are going to now dive into our end of year recap. We have lived a lot of life this year.
Yes, we have.
And we're here to tell the tale. And by that, we mean we're going to tell you our 5 favorite movies of the year. I want to preface this by saying these are our favorite movies. We're not saying these are the best, better than every other movie that ever came out. There's lists for that. These are our favorites. We each did 5. We'll also tell you our least favorite.
That's a very good disclaimer to make.
Because like I'm not like, you know what I mean. I want to talk about movies I like. It's my favorites. You know what I mean.
Yep.
We give an opinion enough. So would you like me to start?
Yes.
I'm going to start with a movie that I think is going to be in both of our top 5s.
Go for it.
Wicked.
That is a very easy inclusion. Correct.
Wicked was fabulous.
Yes.
It was definitely made for us.
Yes.
I've seen it 7 times.
Yes.
And my only question that I have after seeing it 7 times is, why do they give a scene where Dr. Dillerman offers to give her tea or coffee and he has hooves? And then they don't show it.
But he has a mechanism to pour the tea.
He does, and there's a big hole where his hoof goes into to hold the teacup, but we don't get to see him picking it up, walking it over, and giving it to her, which I think is just shocking to zoom out and think about. Can you imagine him walking on 3 legs while holding a teacup? I want that movie.
Maybe he puts it in his mouth.
Yeah, maybe.
Just the handle.
I love when he hops up and kicks the levers. I love Wicked. I'm sorry, I've seen it too many times. I'm starting to dissect stuff.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it.
Yes. You know, on the topic of our top films, obviously, I do a top 10 every year on my Instagram and then honorable mentions. These, like the ones I'm going to say are most likely, like maybe there'll be one in the top 10.
Yeah.
But most of them will be honorable mentions, or not even in honorable mentions, but like ones I really love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Correct.
So like the first one I'm going to say
Okay.
is controversial because you did not like it.
Okay.
Back to Black. Patrick just gasped.
The Amy Winehouse biopic.
I really loved it. Especially, I was again thinking about the end of the movie, just how they wrapped it up. Wow, chills.
Yep.
Loved it.
It was a great movie. I loved it. It was actually just an okay movie.
No.
I actually liked it. I liked it. I thought it was good. It belongs on VH1 in the middle of the afternoon. Like, if you watch it, like The Jacksons and all those movies that used to come on VH1 in the middle of the afternoon, it fits right in. Selena.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not like a movie. Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Sure.
And bless that girl for having to sing.
Yes.
I mean, it's tough. That is tough.
Okay.
But you loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go next. Sing Sing.
Great. That's also a very good one.
I would say, honestly, favorite and honestly probably close to the best, if not the best. The performances are so good. Such a unique story. I love the crossover and like the blurred lines with True Life and how is the real people telling their own story, which I love.
And again, also, like, again, it's so fresh in my mind because I just saw it, The Brutalist, but like the craftsmanship, it's just a beautiful movie to watch.
Correct.
Yeah.
I also love Coleman, and I'm glad that he is in a movie that feels correct for him.
Yes.
The most correct he's been so far.
I totally
agree.
The
perfect showcase for him so far.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
The First Omen.
Fabulous.
What an amazing horror movie incorporated into obviously a story that most people are familiar with, that's been around literally since like the 70s.
Yep.
The 60s, kind of 70s, whatever it is.
Yep.
Amazing acting.
Yep.
So effective,
scary,
beautiful. The acting is amazing. It's just everything is unreal.
That really was good.
Yeah, it feels like we saw that a long time ago.
All those nun movies.
Yeah, they were like back to back.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Challengers. Easily, when I zoom out on the year, definitely one of the moments of the year. Everyone was speaking about it.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's dramatic. It's well acted. It's well written. It's well directed, but it's also really fun.
Yes, and kind of unlike anything you've ever watched before.
1,000%.
Yeah, totally fresh.
Yeah, and it's like when we were gonna go to that thing, but we didn't end up going, or it was playing again. I was let down. I didn't see it again.
Yeah.
So I was like, this really was. Even though I only gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd, and you gave me grief.
I did give you grief about that.
Sorry.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Rebel Ridge.
So good.
Now that is a thriller.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So for it to be said that September 5 is a thriller, and then you look at Rebel Ridge and that's a thriller. Like the poster, I know you're squinting your eyes. September 5 poster. No, you're looking off. September 5 on the poster says the best thriller of the year.
Yeah.
It is not a thriller.
Yeah.
At all. On top of that, there are other thrillers that are certainly better than that movie. Rebel Ridge being number one.
Yes.
Fantastic. Not a lot of people talked about it. I feel like not a lot of people saw it, but it's fantastic. It's on Netflix, and it's a nail biter.
And he has been promoting it as he's been promoting Mufasa.
Yes. That's good. He wants to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And he thinks it should be. I agree.
Absolutely. My favorite comedy of the year, Babes. Laugh out loud funny.
Totally.
The two of them are amazing in the movie.
So endearing.
And just right place, right time. It's perfect.
Yes.
It really was a perfect comedy. And I loved it. And I can't wait to see it again. I've only watched it once.
Yeah.
But I will one day watch it again. I want to give myself enough space so I laugh at every single joke again.
It's a great plane movie.
Oh my God. Well,
I think so.
It might be a little R-rated. I feel like they show like boobies and...
No.
You don't think?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I have another one. I'm really pulling up some ones from left field.
I like it.
A Quiet Place with Lupita.
Amazing.
Truly, truly spectacular. Again, a singularity in Lupita is that she is like out acting everybody ever. You know what I mean? Even in bad movies that she's in, she's always so good.
Yeah.
And just like the story was so different, but obviously so based in what that world is like, and obviously what the story is, and about these aliens coming to the world and destroying it. And she just delivered, and so did Homeboy Joseph Quinn.
The mic drop moment at the end of the movie,
unreal,
absolute chills,
unreal.
Yeah, I really loved it.
Totally obsessed.
I really loved it.
Obsessed.
My last one. I have two. I'm trying to decide which I'd rather do. I'm just gonna go with it. Actually, I think you'll say the other one, so I'm gonna leave it for you and see if you say it. My last one, I'm gonna say for me, A Real Pain, which I loved. I know you didn't like it, but I loved.
In your top 5
favorite, I had the best time. I laughed. I thought that they were so good in it, and Kieran was so good. I loved it. I thought it was so fun and different and quirky and everything I would want it to be.
Flop.
I thought it was pretty much. I don't know. I loved it.
No, I know where you're coming from. That's the thing. I can totally relate where you're coming from.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, let's hear what your final favorite film of the year is.
This is more like movies that I loved.
Yeah,
not necessarily my favorite.
Okay.
because the top 10 that I'm putting will most likely not include these ones.
Yeah,
these
I didn't think A Quiet Place was going to be in your top 10.
These are like I think the more I'm thinking about it, these are like honorable mentions that I would put. The fifth one is going to be a hard one though, because you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say one that will be my top 10 for sure. Hard Truths. Because again, I'm desperately hoping that people go and watch this movie.
They will.
I mean, people that we like that listen to this podcast.
I hope they do
who
too.
don't live in New York or Los Angeles.
Well, they'll probably watch it at home.
I don't know. I don't know that it's a movie that a lot of people will gravitate towards because the trailer is kind of like sneaky. It's very like kind of quiet. It's not a traditional drama in my mind.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And really gives me chills. So I'm hoping that once it comes out wide, which is in January, technically, that people watch it and enjoy it as much as I did. Yeah. But that certainly will be my top 10. And it's always fighting as like for number one in my spot. But I don't really rank them that way in my post. You know what I mean?
For what?
It certainly is like top 2 for sure.
The last one I'm gonna say we already did 5, but I will say The Substance was one of my favorite movies of the year.
How could it not?
How could it not be? Phenomenal. Okay, now the more important question: what was your least favorite movie of the year?
I was gonna say there's more least favorite movies than good movies and favorite movies, but I don't think that's true. I would say Imaginary.
Yep.
Or Afraid.
Yep.
Or September 5.
Adrian.
Here's the thing.
You didn't like. I get it. Why don't you just say
September
real
5 wasn't bad. I just didn't like it. Does that make sense?
I get it. It just was, you didn't like it.
I did not like it.
I know.
It's not on any way comparable to Imaginary or Afraid.
Yeah. I hope not.
No. Those are certainly ones that stick out to me, though.
The 2 I wrote, number 1, the worst movie of the year. I will stand on this, even though our friend disagrees. Megalopolis. Not even because it was the worst movie of the year, because Afraid and Imaginary, I knew those were going to be bad.
Yes, so you're saying movies that have some kind of aura to them of being like heady or interesting or whatever it is.
I didn't think Megalopolis was going to be good. I knew it was going to be bad. Yeah. I could tell it was going to be bad, but I tried to go in with an open mind. I got free donut holes, so I was like in a good mood, a good space. But I found little to nothing redeemable about it.
Okay, so I have another one on that same topic, which I'm sure you would say, or you might say, Kinds of Kindness is another.
1,000%.
One of the worst movies of the year.
Absolutely hated it.
Yeah. There's nothing redeemable to me in that movie.
The other one that is not even about being the worst, it's about being a disappointment, was The Strangers. Because they have the capability to make a good movie. Yeah. It's an easy story that they're telling, and they still made a really bad movie.
Totally.
And the thought that we're going back for a chapter 2 absolutely gives me chills head to toe.
I could also say Hitman.
That was not the worst movie of the year.
To me, one of. I could also say I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
There's a handful, that's for sure.
We see a lot of movies, so there's going to be some bad ones.
Anora. Ooh.
Stop.
Blitz.
Blitz was really disappointing. Anora didn't disappoint me.
It disappointed me.
I thought it was going to be better, but a really interesting conversation now that people are watching it at home.
Yeah.
Pool Man absolutely hated it. It was on one of them's worst Hollywood Reporter Variety or one of them. Pool Man was terrible.
Patrick loved it.
Poor DeWanda Wise. All of her movies ended up on our list. Bless her.
Pick better movies, girl.
We hope better for you next year.
Yeah.
She got paid. Patrick's right. Okay. We won't do a list, but any TV favorites that stick out to you this year?
Well, Patrick and I were talking about this. I have a very hard time finishing TV shows.
Okay.
Like, we have not finished Only Murders.
Yeah.
We have not finished The Penguin.
Yep.
We have not finished... Patrick, what else did we say? Those were the 2 big ones, I think. I would say those 2 for sure are up there in my favorites that we've seen so far.
Yep.
The Boys. We loved The Boys.
Yeah.
But we're catching up. Was that from this year too, though, Patrick?
But still, you watched it this year.
Yeah, season 4 was this year.
Yep.
The Boys was excellent. Those are definitely the favorites. I have a hard time watching TV But I want to get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote two.
I know what you're gonna say.
Let's hear it.
Dallas Cheerleaders.
Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, one of the best shows of the year.
Was that what you were gonna say?
Yes, that was one of them.
I knew it.
I loved every second of it. I can't wait for the second season. And the old show from CMT I watched 10 seasons of.
Yeah.
Absolutely obsessed. I loved it. The other one that I, again, was late to this year, Tell Me Lies. Fabulous. I cannot wait for the next
Didn't
season.
watch it.
It's not for you. But Patrick, it is for. I think, it's not for you. I don't think you'd like it.
Also, Baby Reindeer.
Loved. Okay. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, there's so many shows, too, like returning, like Hacks.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Of course.
I had such a good time with that show.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, a song or two that really stuck out to you this
dang,
year?
I didn't know we were going this deep.
I did send this to you in text.
I don't remember that. Was that today?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done 1 million things today.
I know.
Song, nothing.
Any favorite songs or albums or...
Albums?
Okay. I don't mean you have to list every song, but you can say, I had a good time with this album.
You go first.
I wrote down two.
What?
Kesha, Joyride.
Okay.
Bop of the Year.
Okay.
Album-wise, Chapel Roan, fabulous. Beginning to end. And Beyonce, Cowboy Carter.
I mean, how could you not
Beginning
say
to end.
Of course.
Yaya, Song of the Century.
I have one.
Let's hear it.
Amen by Madison Ryan Ward. I was so pleased when you loved that.
Absolutely the best. It gives me chills thinking about it. That's how we should end the show for the year.
That's our new theme song.
Yeah, that's actually our new theme song.
Yeah, I can't recall. I mean, albums for sure. Beyonce was at the top.
I love it.
I think, wasn't she my number one artist?
She was your number one artist.
Yeah, so
That's because you have playlisted her to death in the best way.
Speaks volumes.
What do you think she's going to sing at her halftime show?
That's a good question.
It's going to be 9 minutes long, they said.
Oh, so like 2 songs.
Well, she'll sing chunks.
3 songs. Not 16 Carriages. Text, like one of those. What's the other one she came out with?
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, Texas Hold'em. Maybe Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
Maybe a new song. Yeah.
You know, people think that she's doing a duet with Casey.
I heard about that.
Also, Jamie Brown is convinced that she's announcing a tour on Christmas Day.
Really?
So we need to be prepared in our spirit.
I don't think she's touring.
But if she was, you want to go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I can wear my cowboy hat. You can dress up as Ken.
I don't think I'm doing that again.
Will you at least wear the hat?
No.
Okay. Okay, I have some, what are these called? Very fast questions. What's the
Rapid
term?
fire?
Rapid fire questions for you. Favorites for the year. I wrote these and I didn't tell you so you could think off the cuff.
Love it.
What was your favorite meal that you had this year?
Oh, that's a really good question. Favorite meal this year? We had many, many home-cooked meals that were obviously delicious, but since we traveled so much, number one, I think what I'm going to say is the Japanese fried chicken that we had at the little bar Izakaya next to our hotel.
Fabulous.
Divine.
Okay, what was your favorite destination that you went to this year? Travel destination.
Also probably Japan.
Okay.
London for sure. It's close second, obviously. One of the, I mean, for the people that get our holiday card.
Yeah.
And it will be posted online this week.
Yep.
We also obviously went to Texas to watch the total eclipse. That was truly, like, in some ways, once in a lifetime.
Yep.
So that was really, really, I could not be gladder that we went. More glad. So yeah, they're all tied for number one.
Of the theaters that we go to regularly on this date, December 21st, what is your favorite movie theater that you go to?
The Academy Museum.
Fabulous.
David Geffen Theater.
On this date, December 21st,
You just had to check
who
again.
is your favorite TikToker?
I don't have a favorite TikToker, I don't think.
Who's the one you look forward to seeing most on your feed?
The guy who meows.
Obsessed.
Frost and Leo.
Obsessed. Also, I will say this. These are your rapid fire questions, but Terry Joe, I have watched the same 5 clips 100 times, and I will still watch them every single time.
She's funny.
Just so funny.
It's so funny. Yeah.
Your favorite concert that you went to this year?
That's really hard.
I know we go to a lot.
We do go to a lot. It wasn't as much as last year. I don't know. Give me a few.
I wasn't prepared to list, but I luckily have my concert.
I'm trying to think of. I feel like we went to something at the Hollywood Bowl where I left thinking, "Oh my god, that was amazing."
Brandy Carlisle. That was last year.
I wasn't. Yeah, and I didn't go to the Joni Mitchell one.
No.
I can't think.
We went to Casey. We went to Ray LaMontagne. We went to Sarah Bareilles.
Ray LaMontagne was amazing. Sarah Bareilles was amazing.
We went to Avril.
Avril,
Patti LuPone. Madonna. That's it. That was your concert year.
Yeah, I mean, I know I went to more than that, but I would say those ones that you said are great.
Maggie Rogers.
She was fun, but not the best.
Your boy Ryan.
He was amazing. Oh, Ryan Beatty, I saw at the Wiltern.
Was that this year?
That was this year. Unreal.
Fabulous.
Number one.
And my last rapid fire question: what movie are you looking forward to the most in 2024?
2025. What movie am I looking forward to the most? You know what? I'm gonna say Superman. I love big blockbuster things like that.
The trailer looks fabulous.
It looked great.
And people were like, "Oh, this is such a downgrade." I was like, "Lighten up."
Yeah, not really. Here's the thing. Knock him if you don't like those movies, or him specifically, James Gunn. Those Guardians movies are good, especially the last one. It really warmed my heart. You didn't see it.
I never saw it.
It really was great. It made me cry.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes.
I do too. I thought the trailer looked fun.
Yeah. And just imagine seeing an IMAX or Dolby, whatever.
Exactly.
Love
also, Rachel Brosnahan is Lois Lane.
You didn't know that?
I did, but I had wiped it from my memory. I saw her in the trailer. I got goosebumps. I was like, my girl. Yeah. I love her. I love Mrs. Maisel. I miss it.
Yes, it was great.
Okay, my ones I would say off the top of my head, Wicked, of course.
Yeah.
And Mission Impossible.
Oh. Duh.
In IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to scream.
I love it.
The last one ever.
Oh, my God.
You think it'll be the last one ever?
No.
You think he'll do another one?
No.
Yeah, I think it's his last one for sure. Okay, now it is time for that's our recap, folks.
Love it.
Clap. I didn't even say I saw Sutton on here.
Oh yeah,
I went to a show. It doesn't matter, I guess. Our question: if you have a question for us, we are ready for them for 2025. What would you like to ask us?
We have a backlog of questions,
which we love.
If it's really good, we'll bump you to the top.
And if it's not, good luck. Good luck, babe. Our question of the week comes from
Lindsay,
our dear friend Lindsay.
She says, "Hey guys, love the pod and both of you so much. With it being the holidays, can we get a list of each of your current favorite things as an Oprah's annual favorite things list? Just want to know what you're loving right now."
Okay.
This is great because if you need some last minute gift ideas, you can get some gifts.
Okay, you go first.
Number one favorite thing right now, and I think everybody should use it in their cooking. And I did this and recommended it in my article that I wrote this year for Cherry Bomb Magazine.
Yes.
A tub of Malden sea salt.
Fabulous.
First of all, you can get it at Costco for like $12. It makes a fantastic gift for someone, and it instantly elevates anything you're cooking. You really use it as like a finishing type scenario. So a bucket like that will last you 2 years, if not more. Put it on some chocolate chip cookies. Put it on a steak. Just finish anything off that like you were like, I want just a little elevated flavor. Bada boom, bada bing.
I love it.
What about you?
I cannot think of a single favorite unique thing that I think people could get.
AMC A-List is one.
AMC A-List. The one thing that crossed my mind was the peppermint milkshake at Chick-fil-A. It's my favorite. If you want a sweet treat during the holidays, there is nothing better than peppermint milkshake at Chick-fil-A.
That's a great thing. I have a million.
Let's hear another one.
Dipsy candles.
Fabulous.
Year-round, fantastic addition to your home.
Yep. Life-changing.
Life-changing. They all smell amazing. It's hard if you don't have a store near you to like really figure out what scent you might like, but I'll just say it right now, the Bays scent, Baies, you'll love it. Berries. It's delicious.
Maybe we should start a magazine like Drew Barrymore.
I love that.
Maybe we should start
Another favorite thing, your concert archive app. Everybody should be using that.
I love the concert archive app, and now you can put videos on there.
Yeah, so it keeps track of all the things that you're saying.
Yes.
So there's a lot. There's a lot.
The last thing I'll say, my other thing I was thinking, meet me in the media center on TikTok. The lady just scans in books in the middle school. I mean, what more is more soothing to go to sleep to at 11:30 at night?
That's what you fall asleep to.
I will say this, Julie and Charles, I know you're listening, and y'all always talk to me about this. I have not watched Scott Peterson in like 2 weeks, probably.
You're on a detox.
I'm trying to just fall asleep with nothing going. So I've stayed, like, when I'm, I always tell you I scroll on TikTok till I'm about to fall asleep. Well, I've been trying to go 5 minutes more, so I'm like about to drop my phone on my face. That level of about to fall asleep, and then I just put my phone down and fall asleep.
Love it.
It has been nice not to fall asleep with Scott Peterson.
I have one more.
Let's hear it.
Tartine bread.
I mean, your favorite. They're your favorite thing.
Based in San Francisco. They have multiple locations here. I'm looking at a gigantic loaf of bread that's sitting in my toaster oven that we're going to use tomorrow for fondue. And I think they ship nationwide.
Wow.
It's expensive to ship because, believe me, I've looked. But it is worth it. Especially if you just want to, like, wow a crowd. Come on. Do it.
Do it. Why not?
100% do it.
If you have any questions for us, you can email us at letschatwithcurryandadrian@gmail.com. You can call us at 919-675-2428, which is 919-675-CHAT. You can text us. You can leave us a voicemail. You can also message us on any of our social media. And if you want to see Adrian's official favorite films of the year top 10 list,
they'll be posted this week.
And your handle is?
At Adrian McMill.
Fabulous.
I'm going to be brave and say I don't have a song of the week. I'm going to go out with Cleansing Your Ears.
I don't think we have songs of the week. This is our recap of the year.
No.
I think that's okay.
Oh, you weren't going to say one anyway?
I wasn't going to say one.
Oh, even better.
What are you like done for Christmas? Do you still have stuff you need to do?
I'm still buying. I bought gifts today.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What did you buy? You can't tell me?
Nope.
I've finished all the people here. Obviously, I leave tomorrow, so I hope so. But there are people in North Carolina still. I like to run around, though. I like the hustle and bustle.
I don't.
I love the mall. I love how busy it is.
Yeah.
I like the lines. I like the music blaring and like people everywhere. I like that.
You're crazy.
Well, I just think it's part of the season.
No, my favorite thing is to get to the mall at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and when I have a mission, if I need to do like 100 things, yes. But if I'm just like getting a couple things for like my mom and or like people at home, like that kind of stuff, I love to just walk in the department store, see all the people running around with the pajama sets and like whatever they're grabbing. I love that.
Love it.
What are you looking forward to most about the next 2 weeks until we do this again?
Eating a lot of good food.
I cannot wait to eat.
I know. I don't know what we're going to make on Christmas Day, but I'm sure it'll be delicious.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
Yeah, it will be delicious. And we're having fondue tomorrow.
Fondue tomorrow. We're making gingerbread houses. We're doing everything.
It's going to be the best.
Muddy Buddy, Puppy Chow.
I love it.
Can't wait.
We hope that y'all have the best holiday season. And thank you so much for listening to us in 2024. We're going to be back and better than ever in just a few weeks into the new year.
Wow.
I really cannot wait. And the next time we will have an episode, it will be Golden Globes. Isn't that shocking?
Oh, my word.
It really came up fast.
Oh, my word.
I don't know if I like how quickly. I think it needs to be like 2 weeks later at least.
Me too.
January 4th or 5th, it's like you're not even back to work yet.
Is that for real?
Yeah, January 5th. I looked it up when Caroline sent it. I was like, there's no way. And she doesn't lie. There we have it.
Amazing.
Anyway, have the best holiday season. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. If you enjoyed the show, and we know you did, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Keep the conversation going by following me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Curry Terrell, and Adrian on Instagram at Adrian McMill, and Twitter at Yo Adrian McMill. Discover our weekly song picks by adding our playlist on Spotify or Apple Music, all linked in this week's episode description. Got questions or feedback? Email us at letschatwithcurry@gmail.com. See you next time. Bye, y'all.